Hello, everyone. Okay, by the title, you know what this is. Now, one thing, I do realize I'm making a lot of new what ifs, but, I will get through them. It's more or less me wanting to do whatever what ifs that come to mind, and I just, spit them out, basically. But when I do get bored, or at least want to re-go over my other series, like the what if Deku was a assassin, or what if Deku was cheated on, I will go to those and the other specials. Now, thank you for getting me to another 100 subscribers. I don't believe I said that in the previous episode, but thank you. I like it a lot, and I love it, and you're all the best. And I do hope you all continue to show support and all that. Now, sorry for that noise, damn it. Okay, now, context. Deku's family and his whole, what he looked like and all that. Now, Deku would be at least still a college for UA. It's going to be college for UA. Deku's going to be, he's still going to be quirkless. And, I'm making a new OC character, which would be the ship. So, please, I might do for my 10,000 subscriber, when I do get a community tab, I will figure out that. If you guys want to help me with that 1,000 subscriber. But, yeah. And, now, Deku's father and mother are still together. Their both names are still Hasashi and Inko. Now, they both have weak quirks, but Hasashi went to the military and learned, everything about the military. He, what would you call it, Black Ops unit, or the whole Hush Hush unit. So, a lot of what he did was classified, and not really was it able for him to speak about. And obviously, they would have Midoriya. After, Hasashi ended his whole military career. So, yes, and, Deku would have been born after 9 months, and, raised around till the age of 4. Him finding out his quirkless. Now, his father wouldn't care, as well as his mother. But they also realized, they always said he could be a hero, but they were iffy about that, seeing the whole society. But obviously they want to, crush their son's dreams, so they did what all good parents should do. Like Inko from the canon universe. No offense, but still. He can be a hero. Now, Deku would have been, happy to hear that. And now, Deku would have grown up, trained by his father with different guns, military training, and, learning about armor protection, and with his mother being actually having a slight tech quirk. It's more or less she can have, an interface in her eyes. But, it's really that. It's like she can, no, it's not that, it's X-ray vision. But she works for a tech company, so she can, see what's wrong inside, the phone before you can, open it up, basically. You still have to open it up, obviously, to fix it, but X-ray vision. So, Also, Hasashi, I don't see why those to change. He still has that whole fire breathing. I really don't. I don't see why changing that. I was just bored, so I changed Inko's quirk slightly. So, now Deku would have been, interested in his father's past career and Inko's career at the moment. Now, Inko or Hasashi just have a job, and he just sell weapons at a market. Not the black market, but it's a marketplace where they would sell guns, bodyguard, stuff for, military. For the military, or just, people in general. You need a guard force that are protecting a rich family, and they need body armor, guns, something like that. You give it to them after they give you money, but they're basically like that. So arms dealers, but legal ones. So now Deku would have learned to use different guns. But sadly, when he was the age of 16, knowing also he does know how to use all the guns and everything like that, he just needs battle experience. he would have looked like a younger version of this photo with more of the poofy hair, or his whole hair upwards. But sadly, tragedy struck. Now, Deku's father, Hisashi, had a lot of enemies. Because he not just did all missions out and abroad to different countries, but he also did internal in Japan. Which is actually how he met, well, Inko. She was a hostage, and, well, Hisashi in the, well, black and shining armor, you could say. Seeing he was a black op, so he's not like a white knight. More like a black knight, if you really thought about it. But anyways, and yeah, who was this person? All for One. Now, why would All for One be coming after Hisashi? Well, his final mission before Hisashi obviously said, I'm done being a military person, had to raid a certain base, that being a former base of One for All, which was had something in it. Now, All for One has, well, obviously, Hisashi did not know about this, but the military lost the information that, well, Hisashi did find, and Hisashi is more or less a loose end at the moment. And, well, All for One being there obviously kills Hisashi and Inko. Now, he would have not known about Deku because they told Deku to run before this all happened, or, yeah. Well, like, Hisashi was taken care of. All for One are trying to shoot at him, but really, that probably wouldn't, out of everything, shooting a gun probably wouldn't have worked, if you really think about it. So he told Inko to get their kid away. Now, they did. Him being curious, but, well, they lived on a somewhat riverish, like a river area. She would have put the young 14-year-old Deku in a boat his father just used like a canoe, says to get in and run away, and don't come back. Deku would have been doing so, but scaredly, because, well, he doesn't want his mother and father to get hurt. Her lying, obviously, and saying they'll be fine, just go. Deku being down the street, with his mother looking down, and seeing, well, Inko get, well, impaled in the stomach by, well, All for One's wooden, like those little finger things. I don't know what they're called, but yeah. They come out of his fingers. So, yeah. Now, Deku would have obviously gone to, well, down that river, and, well, let's just say that lead to a very unsafe place, which is where actually Deku does train. And 2 more years has passed by, so he's around 18. Now, Deku in this time has left that area and gone back to the city. Now, All for One does not know this. Oh, and Deku sees All for One, he will kill him. No joke about that. But I'm saying one thing. Now, Deku would have met a Mandalorian. How would he meet a Mandalorian in those 2 years? Or at least when he's the age of 18? Well, Izuku Midoriya had to do odd jobs here and there to get money, seeing he was not he was pronounced dead. There have been rumors around of him being alive, but all of them have been put to silence. Either why, because they either don't have enough evidence, or they just gave up. Because why? Because they never found a body, but they looked where the river was and never found a body. And that river kept going for quite a while. All the way until a big waterfall, which led to a big ocean. And then, yeah. So, but Deku was completely alive, so yeah. Deku would have met a certain Mandalorian. Who would that be? I'll just name him Jack. Yeah, his name's Jack, and what would he look like? He likes heavy-duty armor. Okay, I think I decided. Okay, if any spoiler alert also, in The Mandalorian, when Mando is at the bar. You see this big guy with it like minigun and that heavy duty, I think it's Beskar armor. Yeah, Beskar armor. Yeah, with the minigun. Yeah, that's basically it. Also, they both say the way in some point when, well, Mando is trying to get, Baby Yoda out of there. So, yeah. And, well, this man would have taught Deku the Mandalorian way and the code. Now, in the show, I do realize this, does follow the way. He follows the newer version. They're Mandalorians by blood, but they do take their helmets off, and they do take off their gear. Saying that now. So yeah, now they would have trained, and Deku would have been looking towards him as a father figure. Now he actually said that he does have to go and go back to his whole career of being a bounty hunter. Deku would have obviously be saddened because his new father figure did go, but also realizing that he could probably meet him again at some point in the future. So he wouldn't have been as sad, but it's like, oh, you gotta go? Kind of like when your brother leaves to go to another house, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna miss you, bro. Basically like that. Now, also, another, tie-in from The Mandalorian. Yeah, he looks like this. Now, I do understand that he more or less has that rhino mark, and that, but I'm gonna switch it to something else. It's a symbol of a tiger. Now, he went against a tiger to earn his mark, to earn his Beskar armor. And he had to do that without the Beskar armor. He only was able to get Beskar armor after that. Now, it would look basically the same, but without the whole bullets that he does have on there. But flamethrower, he still has those little mini rocket things. He does have, but they're not made of Beskar. They're just made of a certain material, different material. And the backpack would have stayed the same, with the whole armor look being at least the color of the armor being the same. Now, I do understand this is the Mandalorian, but Deku's not Mando, so he will be getting a different setup. Though some same things, but also some different. He would get a Mandalorian pistol, getting two of these. They both, obviously, they do have the whole taser function and the whole knockout function and the whole blaster function. He can switch that pretty easily. And his secondary is a sniper rifle, which would have been this. Now, I do know this is from Star Wars Rogue One, as you can all see in this picture. But, So, yeah. Now, Deku would... I'll go back to the picture. Deku would have been, obviously alone most of that time, and yeah. Now, I'll stop talking about Deku for the moment. We would skip back to Class 1A and 1B. They're celebrating their 150th year of UA now, or the 100th year of UA. Now, what do I mean by that? It's basically how long this school would last for. So if that's because my old school, lasts for about, I say, when I left, it was 25 years it was there for. But UA, I'll just say it's been there for 100 years. So, yeah. No. Because it was 9 generations of superheroes. I'll say 250 years. So, yeah. Now, seeing they're above 18 at the moment, seeing they're all 18, so they can drink and, obviously have cars, they would have, been at a pub. Now, why is Class 1B there? Because they're kind of celebrating it together. Now, they're all somewhat drunk-ish, but yeah. Then you do have a person, aka Deku, being there. Now, he would have looked like his armor, like it was scratched up. Though, not scratched up, it's not damaged, it's more like burn marks. Kind of like whenever you see Bakugo using those explosions. But then you have that whole, not the mist, kind of the charred mist. Basically, it's that. just ash on his suit. But it's not damage, and there have been rumors of a bounty hunter in Japan. The man saying, "Oh, hello, Midoriya." Bakugo would have heard Midoriya and saying, "Wait, was Deku?" And everyone looks at Bakugo, saying, "Wait, who's Deku?" Deku obviously taking his mask off and showing this lovely Cinnamoroll face. Now, several would have been blushing, aka the girls from 1A and 1B. And yeah, Bakugo immediately going beside him asking where he has been and where happened. His mother and father died when he was younger, and Deku was saying sorry and he had to figure some things out. And he is technically a bounty hunter, so you shouldn't be near me. I wouldn't like you to get, caught up in all this. Now, seeing Deku leave, Bakugo is slightly more, he's still an asshole, obviously, but not as an ass all the time. Like, he still gets those like, nicknames, like shitty hair, icy hot, and all that. But, other than that, but he also says, "Oh, like, what the fuck did you say to me, you little piece of shit?" He also does those, but other than that, he's pretty calm. And he is dating Ochako, which, I already know, is not the ship, saying, she's dating someone else. But the OC character I did put in. Now, I'm going to say it now. It's Cinder from Ruby. Now, Cinder is no members from Ruby. That is saying that now. She just has basically the same power, looks the same. Now, also, they're all wearing nice clothing. Just saying that now. And you would have seen, also Deku also has a vibro sword and vibro knife, or short sword. She would have looked like this, and she would have been in the corner, crying a little bit. Why? Well, she kinda just got cheated on. Monoma was her boyfriend, and Monoma was kinda kissing Invisible Girl, but they're both drunk as hell, so yeah. Or they're both they're actually the two most sober out of all of them. Now, sorry if you hear this noise in the background. I'm kind of moving around. So yeah. Now, Deku would have obviously, looked at her crying and asking what's wrong after catching up with Bakugo. But Ida trying to remark, saying you shouldn't be here and get away from Class 1A or else we will take you in. Bakugo, shutting that down. Because, he's not letting his best friend or former best friend get arrested. And several other guys to help. With the other girls being like, boyfriend material. Yeah, because Deku is, nice. Now, Deku, I should say now, out of his look, I should go back to Deku. Now, Deku would have a different hairstyle than this that day. What would be? His one eye is being covered, while his others, not being covered. But, yeah. Now, he would have looked at at Cinder and, look at her crying and a little sobbing. But not enough for everyone to hear. Because either they're drunk as fuck or the music is loud as fuck. One of those two. Or they're just, not everyone's there for some reason. Some of them left early, I'll just say that. Not happening, sick people. I'm not gonna have everyone in Class 1A just do a harem. Or harem each other, or whatever. Or just be all together. No. That's too much work. Now Deku would have obviously gone over there over time and asked her what happened. Her saying that my boyfriend cheated on me and, he is more or less pointing at Monoma and saying that just by looking at me, he looks like an asshole. So, you two wouldn't probably worked out. Her saying, what do you mean? Him saying, you said she cheated, right? Her saying, yes. And saying, that would make sense, seeing you are very beautiful, and, Bucko's in the corner, just like, wait, is Zuko gonna get a girlfriend in the next 2 seconds? But no. Now, she would have not feel like emotional like crush on him, but like thank him for cheering her up and them both enjoying the party. Now we would cut to, well, near the end of the party. They're both drunk as hell. Izuku and, well, Cinder and Bakugo and Uraraka eat up Todoroki, and Deki and Jiro are drunk as hell because everyone else either left, and yeah. Now, they would have been drunk, and Deku, well, the question would have popped up with everyone being slurry and saying that, where was he? And Deku saying, oh, I was a bounty hunter. Proceeding to swig back another shot of vodka. What Akira says is, but you know what, screw it. That's the bar of, well, the villains. Though they don't know. They are like, we can't do anything at the moment because if we just take them all out, that would be a big thing. But they're forced to listen. But really only Kurogiri's there, so yeah. But the reason why T is not taking away Deku or asking Deku to join the LV as well, Deku is there just because of how secretive it is. Because, well, you need a drink sometimes and you don't want to go to a public bar and just get arrested or try to be arrested. So, yeah. Really, that's really the only reason why he's there. So him and Kurogiri do have well, they're kind of friends. So yeah, now Deku would have obviously been towards, well, explaining some of his past and saying his mother and father did die. With a, well, sad-looking Kurogiri saying, oh, I'm sorry for your loss. And I'm saying, oh, no, it's fine. I'm just, and proceeds to pass out. With, well, Bakugo's proceeding to laugh at Deku. Deku, well, saying, because he really just got knocked, or he kind of like just passed out and then came back for a second. Saying, oh, what are you doing, Bakugo? I'm gonna kill you. And I'm saying, oh, you can try, you damn Deku. I'm gonna beat you and become the #1 hero. And it proceeds to them with a big bang, or a big everyone looking back, seeing Kurogiri with a shotgun stating, there will be no fighting here. It is prohibited. You either drink and party, or you leave with a hole. Now, them all being very slurred because they're drunk. Now, Deku would have said, alright guys, goodbye, and does give Baku his contact information. And goes off. Now, he would have gone off, and, well, yeah. Also, the next day, he does wake up at his apartment, and yeah. Now, he would have gotten several texts from the entire 1A. Why, or at least the people that were there, why Baku kind of shared it to everyone, so, them asking more questions, but all saying that they all have a headache. And Deku does proceed to LOL in the chat, and just says, yeah, me too. Proceeding to take his armor off, or at least his pants off. His armored pants, which are basically just the armored pants with the armor on it. Because he really just was able to take off his, well, jetpack, helmet, and upper body, and just that. Because, well, he was kind of drunk, so he's like, whatever, I screw it to sleep. So, yeah. He would have changed into more, not formal, but more, well, morningish clothing that are more comfortable for him. So, yeah. Him going down and being on call with the old group, with a big group chat. And who else would have been there? Seeing Bakugo kind of shared it. The whole Cinder is more talking to Deku. Or they're all talking to each other, and yeah. Now, Mina remarks saying with how Deku and, well, Cinder are talking so nice to each other, saying that, oh, you should be a couple, you would be such a nice couple. With Deku pausing what he was about to say and saying, what? Cinder saying, what? And blushes slightly because, well, she remembered what she saw of Deku last night and, well, Any girl that saw it, yeah, they would blush. Not so, but she's not thinking of, oh, I like this dude yet. So, also, this is not the whole, the USJ event still needs to happen. I'm putting that more into the future. So, yeah. Now, well, Deku would have, offered to go to the UA dorm, saying that probably wasn't a good idea, so yeah. But these are technically not their own phones, and why do I mean by that? UA gives their own phones out to be more protective against the students, and a person named Nezu says, "Hello, Zuko Midoriya. Are you the bounty hunter?" Now a big, oh shit, in the chat goes by saying, hello, Nezu. Yes, I am the bounty hunter known as Silver Wolf. Or the Silver Wolf. You know what? He killed a wolf. Who cares? I'll just say he killed a wolf, so it's a wolf symbol. So, yeah, him saying, don't worry, I'm not here to bring you in unless you've killed, but from your history, you have not killed. Am I correct? Now, everyone's quiet. And I'm saying yes, in a concerned voice, but also serious. Nezu offering him a spot on the UA. Now, this would have called out for outroar, with Monomite being in the chat saying, why does we earned our spot. Deku proceeding to shut him up, saying, and how much battle experience do you have fighting against villains? And also, can you fight against, have you ever killed a wolf or at least taken down any, villains alone by your own self, not backed up by another hero? Or being assisted by a pro here that you're interning with? Which caused oh shit, Midoriya got him good. From Bakugo. No, not Bakugo. Who would say that? Kirishima would say that. So, yeah. Don't screw that. It's Kaminari that says that. And with Nezu saying, calm down. Kaminari. Or calm down, student. It's quite alright. Saying that also, did you have to say that? Him saying, those people are more or less, you just have to shut them up and make them learn their lessons. And then you would have Monoma leaving the old call. Now everyone out, but Nezu saying that, could everyone get off? I'm doing so. And yeah, Nezu proceeding to ask more questions about Deku and who he is and what does he do. And proceeding to say he's a bounty hunter and all that, saying that he did want to become a hero, but after his parents died, and him saying, yes, Zuko Midoriya. And explains his whole backstory, which we all know because I explained it. So, yeah, saying that, but who killed your parents? I am curious. Him saying he had a black mask with several tubes going up it and wearing a suit. Him saying, oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Deku saying, who? Him saying, oh, for one. Deku clenching his fist, but Nezu can't really. But Nezu really just hears like the gripping of a glove. Because Deku is getting his gear on. Saying that he'll be there in about 10 minutes. Nezu saying, okay, and them going off. Or Deku getting off the call and proceeding to proceed to get his helmet and jetpack. Because he was kind of like at the stage of him putting his armor on. Because while they were all talking, Deku was putting his armor on. So, yeah. And you would hear a big sheen, or a big whoosh, 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 and and then cut off. Which would have been Deku flying down, using his jetpack to more or less make his landing a little nicer, and almost getting punched by a pro hero who, Class 1B teacher. I don't know his name. Sorry. saying that, what are you doing here, what are you doing here, Silver Wolf? Or what are you doing here, Wolf? Deku is releasing his helmet, showing his face, saying that he's here to pick up an offer Nezuko say, and Nezuko says, hello, Izuku, proceeding to bring a hand out. Deku proceeding to get on one knee, get on one knee, and just, kneeling, greets Nez also with his handshake. And just says it's good to finally meet you in person. On call, Nez is saying, yes, that is good. And Aizawa looks at him with an annoyed look. Because Deku, let's just say Aizawa was sometimes pissed at the wolf. Also he goes by, but it's kind of just, his full name is Silver Wolf, but it's Wolf. Because, he got his ass whooped one time, and he's not taking that politely. Them both shaking hands also. Him saying, so, how's that broken arm I did do last time? Him saying, oh, it healed. Proceeding to say, but I'm gonna need a rematch. Nezu chuckling, saying, yes, you two sound more of a competitive type. You weren't always like this. Why are you like that, Aizawa? Him saying, I don't like getting my ass beat like that. Deku saying, that's the Mandalorian fighting style. Maybe I should teach you sometime. With a curious Nezu saying, alright, why don't you come to my office? Them proceeding to have terms of Deku explaining the way, and yeah. Nezu would have been very, curious about the culture, saying that anyone can join. Him saying anyone can join as long as, they're under a clan, or they create their own clan, and at least they earn their, mark. And they also have to earn their mark and their armor, saying that I earned mine killing the wolf, which is why I'm named the Silver Wolf, or Wolf. Aizawa being impressed, saying, oh, you killed a wolf? What kind? Him saying a black wolf with golden eyes. And a spit out. A spitting out Aizawa saying, you killed the most dangerous wolf that has ever lived. Him saying in a, not serious voice, but saying, just answering the question, just saying, yes, why? And sighing, saying, oh, aren't you full of surprises? And Deku proceeding to laugh a bit and saying, alright, saying that also when is the next class happening? Naruto proceeding, not Naruto. I've seen all you guys talk, and I like how I'm mixing up Naruto and Deku. Whenever I talk about Naruto, I say Deku. And now I just said Deku, I said Naruto, but I meant Deku. I'm very sorry. It's sometimes I mix myself up. So, yeah. Now, Deku would have obviously been, told, or was told that, you can come tomorrow at lunch period, and we will have everything set up for you. Deku saying okay. And, proceeding to ask seeing it's lunchtime, if he can meet the other students at lunchtime. Aizawa and Nezu don't really find that a problem, and thinks it's actually a good idea, so he can actually meet up with the rest of Class 1A. Because he only met some of them. Deku coming in, and you just hear someone eating or you just hear silence when he comes in. And with a big sploot, which was someone trying to eat something but stopped, and it came off of their fork. With a, oh, Deku over here. And Deku would proceed to. Now, he wouldn't have his helmet on, but he would be wearing most of his armor. Just without the helmet. And yeah, now Deku would have, silence. And Deku saying, so, does no one, I guess I'm new here, so proceeding to say his name and to everyone, though still silent. And saying, tough crowd. Baku's saying, don't worry about them. They're just too shocked that the Silver Wolf has finally joined UA. It's good to see you again. Last night was Deku saying, a headache and a half? Him chuckling saying, yeah. Which Monoma was saying, why are you doing here, you villain? Everyone, let's get him. No one doing so, which is Monoma. Deku saying, so, you're that man that cheated on his girlfriend. With a big, oh. Deku getting up and, well, looking Monoma dead in the eye, stating that I hate people like you. You are so ungrateful bastards. Don't you know what it means to be a gentleman? And yeah, Monoma was saying, shut up, you villain. I'm gonna take you down. And proceeding to try to punch him. Because, well, the Silverback has not shown quirk. And, well, it was suspected that he doesn't have a quirk. And him hitting the metal on, or the whole armor on Deku's front plate. Now, he went, ow, what the hell? What is that made of? Him saying Vescar. And proceeds to, well, give one of his punches off, saying that everyone, this is self-defense. Punching him in the chest, no, or punching him straight into the jaw. And yeah, he's KO'd as fuck, to be blunt. But with a smirking Cinder in the background. Now she would also be wearing a UA uniform, kind of like how Uraka would wear it. So, yeah. Now, Deku would have, well, gone to, well, Class 1As after that, and didn't really per se listen, just, well, whenever they were working, talked about, well, him and what he was in the past, and him giving his whole explanation of who he is. Now, that wasn't his official first day there, but it was more or less his next half day. Some teachers, were pissed and happy, saying that they're glad on their side, but they have had their own share of bruises from him, and they're pissed. Yeah, not many people like getting their ass whooped by Deku. And when I mean whooped, I mean whooped. Yeah, now, Deku would have, well, obviously gone home that day, but him getting a call from a certain female. That female being, well, Cinder offering him to, well, get food to help, or at least to say thank you for cheering her up last night about her whole, cheating. Deku obliging and wearing what you actually see in this picture, where he's kind of wearing with some actual jeans and some nice shoes. Cinder would be more or less wearing, not her dress that you saw in the old show, but you know what? I'll just say they do. She's wearing that dress again. I don't really know what she would wear. So yeah, and Deku, she does proceed to take him out to a nice restaurant. Now, restaurant being, I'll just say it's a fancy restaurant that's 4 stars. No, she would have said she'll pay, but Deku raising a hand saying he'll pay. He would be an asshole if he would ever let a woman pay for his meal. She would say, aren't you a gentleman? Him saying, I do try sometimes. And yeah, they would have gone back slightly tippy. With Deku proceeding to say where her house is. Her stating that it's on the other side of the, city. And Deku saying you can, my house is 2 blocks down. Or, that's too close. 4 blocks down. Saying that you can stay there the night. And then leave in the morning. Her saying thank you. And they would do so. Go back to Deku's house. Them both changing. No, nothing happening. And, well, since she doesn't have clothes, she kind of borrows some of Deku's clothing. So, yeah. Deku in his bed, and he would have gone to sleep that night with him waking up to feel something towards his, one a little heavy on his chest, which would have been Cinder sleeping on him. I'm like, I don't want to be a jerk. I have to be a gentleman and wake. I don't want to wake her up. Damn it! What do I do? And proceeds to wait until she wakes up. Another 10 minutes go by and her waking up and blushing, saying, sorry. And Deku saying, no, it's fine. Proceeding to go into her face saying, do you like me? Is that why? Her finally realizing, well, she has a crush on him. I know that was kind of abrupt, but whatever. I need this shit to happen. And she was like, yes, in a pouty, sad voice, and saying, I know I shouldn't, I just got, well, Deku saying cheated on her, saying, yeah, but I feel like I like you, and Deku going to, well, ends up kissing her and her kissing back, and, well, her saying that if he likes her, saying that he could get used to this, and she spends the day there, and then, or the morning there, and go off to UA together. They would have been holding hands. Also, why would Deku be in a relationship with her with only knowing for a couple days? Actually, a kind of like a day and a half. Well, over that day, Deku looked at that day when he was there and just thought whenever he saw her, her face is beautiful. She has a cute smile. And yeah. So, yeah. But, yeah. But seeing he was teasing her, he kind of realized, oh shit, she also has a crush on me, so he asked. Sorry for that ringing. Okay, let's continue. Now they would have been holding hands together. Mina being the first to say, so are you two dating or something? With a grin of only Mina can do. With her blushing saying, no. And her going to UA, the 1A class, staying with people being curious and saying what happened. Her saying that Mineta kid got, dumped to class 1B. With a, hell yes, from every single girl. Her saying, what, is he that bad? Them proceeding to say that he was a pervert, and then her saying, oh, okay, that would make sense. Why you're this happy. Yeah, sorry, Mineta. Also, I should also say that they're kind of done the whole entrance exam and the physical first test and the whole, they're at the point of where they have to do the heroes versus villains. And All Might comes in that day saying, greeting, Deku, saying that it's good for him to be a hero and it would be nice for him to talk to him later. Now, I'll just skip to there. After the whole thing, now Deku would, I'm not explaining what he looks like, I shouldn't say, but rejecting off one. Yeah, he ain't getting off one. So, yeah, now, well, Deku would have gone, to the whole equipment area, and he would have gone his equipment. People asking what kind of weapons are those. Deku proceeding to point at a wall, saying this is the blaster function, shoots out a red beam, and this is the taser function, making a circle, kind of like shattering. Kind of like it shatters. I'm wondering what it is, though the whole other thing didn't really do anything, so they asked what it is, him saying this is like a plasma beam, and the other one just knocks the person out. Saying that, don't worry, he won't use the plasma on anyone, maybe just on an object, but yeah. But other than that, no. So, yeah. Now, what should I do next? Deku, well, he would have gone out, obviously, but not to see Mineta. And Mineta wasn't peeking because he was not there, so, yeah. Oh, and no, trust me, if Mineta was there, you would hear a big meow, which would have been him knocking Mineta out, and then hearing another bang, which would have been him kicking him awake very hardly, with an ow coming from Mineta. But that's if he was there. So, yeah. Now, Deku would have, well, gone and be, well, out and, yeah. Him getting teamed up with Uraraka and Cinder takes Mineta's spot, but who was with Mineta? I don't know. Actually. But anyway, so yeah. She just took Mineta's spot while Deku was still in the hold well. Bakugo versus Ida and, well, everything like that. Now, Ida is talking terms with Deku. Ochako doesn't care and thinks him as a friend. Bakugo, best friends. So, yeah. And they were gone off. Bakugo saying he'll win against him, and Deku saying, oh, no, he wouldn't. Before I left, what were we at? Him saying 50-51, saying that I'm up one. Deku saying, sorry, Bakugo, but you're wrong, I'm up one. Which would have started the rivalry right back up again. And yeah, now they would have fought. Now Deku, well, fighting against Bakugo. Ochako was taking out Ida with the whole same thing happening, and yeah. Now when Bakugo still says, instead of saying Deku, he says, Wolf, and tries to blow Deku up. Him launching his explosion, but, well, a hand comes out of that explosion with a slight wincing and pain Deku. Because Deku went face first into that explosion, with the armor taking the big hit of it and just being a little lightly charred. And proceeds to, well, grab, well, Bakugo's shoulder and ends up, well, kind of uppercutting his ribs. And then proceeds to knee him in the stomach and launch him into a wall. Bakugo trying to get up, but realizing he's kind of in too much pain. Him saying, so you got better, huh? And Deku saying, yeah, and shooting him with a beam and knocking him out. All Might was about to go down, but him getting an explanation from Momo. So he's like, cool, that's cool. Cool capture weapon. So, yeah, now, Ochako would have been still giggling about Ida's whole facade, which, come on, that was kind of, I laughed at that. So, yeah. Now, obviously, Deku would have come in, but in the whole fight scene of Deku versus Bakugo, or in the whole fight scene of Ida versus Ochako. I'm sorry, everyone, I made that mistake. Yeah. So, yeah. Choco's still doing that makeshift, baseball and the bat and everything like that. She's still doing that. But with Deku having his laser beams, it's kind of tricky for Ida to dodge. He does dodge the first, circle blue thing, the knockout thing, but quickly gets knocked out on the second one. Because when he dodged, Deku shot two blasters. Two blasts in two different spots, so when he would move, he kind of hit him. Now, Ochako would have tied the rope on him, and Deku would have proceeded to touch the bomb. Him brushing himself off, looking at the camera with a Kirishima saying, oh, this man's swagger. And yeah, now, with Cinder just smiling, saying, good boyfriend, you will win me. Or you will, what's the right word for that? You will be a good boyfriend. Yay. Nothing like Mineta the asshole. Yeah, that should be his hero name. Mineta, or not Mineta. What's his name? what's the name? Monoma the asshole. Yeah, you're not gonna be like Monoma the asshole and the cheater. And yeah. So yeah, now he would have gone back with, well, someone grabbing his arm, which had been Cinder, and proceeding to say, "You did good, babe," kissing him on the cheek. Because Deku kind of took his mask off. Now, I do believe that's a good spot to leave it off. Now, yeah, I hope y'all have